In this video, we will cover how to get you started on creating your first program. So let's first open up Jupyter Notebook. To recap, go to your Start button, look for Anaconda prompt, click on it, and type Jupyter Notebook. This should open up the Jupyter Notebook interface within your default browser. Next, we select New and Python 3. First step is we should name our file and make sure that we can find this file. So Python lesson underscore lesson 1. So let's rename it to Python lesson 1. And by going to our home, we can look for this file. And this is where we can find it. Open file location, and you'll see that it's here. Now that I have this Python lesson 1, when I go back to the home page, I can also find this Python lesson 1 inside here. This is green because they are saying that this file is being accessed at this point of time. So the first program we are going to create is just simply calculating the output of 3 plus 5. So to run this line, hold Shift and press Enter. This will provide an output, and as we all expect, the output is 8. The other way to run this 3 plus 5 is to go to cell and run the selected cell, which gives you an 8. By doing this, you might realize that I don't have a cell below this anymore. So what I can do is I can go to Insert and Insert Cell Below. So this allows me to continue writing my program. Next, we're going to print. So any keywords that you use are actually in green. And if you want to print a set of characters, after opening the bracket, use the double quotes and hello world. Running this line will print out hello world for us. In order to join two sentences or two strings together or two sets of characters together, we can use the comma. So if we use the keyword print again you see that it's in green, signifying that they recognize this as a keyword, bracket, hello, comma, world. So we can join hello and world together using this keyword, comma. Do note that by putting this comma, they automatically include a space for you between the two, what we call strings. Last, we want to introduce the concept of comments. Whenever the compiler or the program sees a hashtag, they know that the program is not supposed to run this line. This line is meant to be read by humans. So if I'm going to print a hi to you, I can actually inform the next person who is running the program what this line is about. This line will print hi to you. And we can print the same thing, hi to you. Running this line prints out hi to you, and as expected, this line which is in hashtag is not printed. In the next couple of slides, I will continue by introducing more operators. Aside from the usual ones such as plus, minus, and times, we've also got things such as exponential, where we can cube a value. So 3 to the power of 3, star star actually is the exponential operator that gives us 27. If we wanted to find out the number of times a number can be divided by another, irrespective of whether there is a remainder. So for example, 28 divided by 3, it can be divided 9 times with a remainder of 1. Therefore, the quotient is just 9. And lastly, if we wanted to find the remainder instead of the quotient, we can use the modulus operator. So for 28 modulus 3, the percentage sign is the modulus operator. 28 percentage 3 or divided by 3, it gives us 9 with a remainder of 1. So therefore, they only show the remainder, which is the value of 1. That's how we get this 1. The last type of operator we are going to discuss is what we call an in-place operator. This in-place operator doesn't do anything different, but it makes our life slightly easier. So for example, if we have x, which is a variable containing the value 0, and we wanted to add 3 to it, there are two ways to do it. For the time being, when you see x, you can imagine that it represents the value 0. We will be talking about the concept of variables in the next video. So this is just a pre-introduction to this concept. So for example, if we see x equals to 0, now x takes the value of 0. And when we go to the next line, x equals x plus 3. So we see that originally x takes the value of 0. And we add 3, x will be 3. The other way to do this would be if we first declare x equals to 0, x plus equals to 3. So now you see that the operator has gone in front of the equals. And these two lines, x equals x plus 3 and x plus equals 3, are the same. So let's take a look at it inside Jupyter Notebook. So for example, x equals 0, x equals x plus 3, and I print x, we see that x takes the value of 3. So to prove to you that plus equals does the same thing as this, let's run this line, and we see that the value is also 3. This in-place operator is not limited to the plus sign, but we can also do it for the multiplication values. So if x equals to 1, x equals x times 3, or 1 times 3, then x will take the value of 3. This line and this line are the same. Therefore, when we use times equals to 3, we still get the same value. So that brings us to the end of the section on operators. In the next video, we will be talking about variables, which we just introduced to you. See you in the next video.